You see, the power of prayer is this. Prayer is our lifeline to God during challenging time. It is where we find comfort, guidance, and growth. Let me tell you a secret. Religion is killing us. Let's learn. When you are going to God, don't go to God with your dirty self. Wash yourself, for cleanliness is next to what? So it is important that when you are going to pray, don't just go and pray. Find a nice place. Make sure that the environment of the prayer is what neat, because God is spirit. See, sometimes Moses had to go all the way to the mountain, quiet place, peaceful place, clean place, so that he can communicate with God. So when you pray or you go to the place of prayer, thanksgiving and supplication, and you let your request be known to him, he grants you what you are seeking. So on this episode, I want us to focus on what? Prayer and reflection. So you can write it down, prayer and reflection. Because prayer and reflection is like two vital practices that helps us navigate our trials with strength and faith. Prayer. We go back to the Bible first. Be anxious for nothing, but with thanksgiving, let your petition, which is what? Prayer. Supplication, which is what? Prayer, be known unto me. And I, the Lord, will give you what? Peace that transcends all understanding. So it is important to go talk to God, your Father. As I was saying in the other episode, you have a Father. And when you find yourself somewhere you don't know what to do, it is important to what? Go to your Father and talk to him. Prayer is what? Petition. Pouring out your true honesty. Do not find so many words, because he taught us how to pray. He said, do not be like them that repeat vain words. Prayer, like you are trying to say special things. It's the Spirit, and the Spirit knows before you even come to ask, because he always finishes before he starts. So he knows the end. So he doesn't need to know. All you have to do is go to him in what? Honesty. And trust him. And pray with thanksgiving and practice of what? The power of gratitude. In prayer and reflection on what he has done for you. You see, the power of prayer is this. Prayer is our lifeline to God during challenging time. It is where we find comfort, guidance, and growth. When you go to God, in my previous teachings and episodes, I talk about prayer. And I said that these are the benefits of prayer. Number 1, peace. Number 2, wisdom, favor, acceptance, and strength. When you pray to the Father, he gives you what? Peace. And when peace comes, wisdom is granted. And when wisdom is granted, you begin to know how. You begin to get ideas. You begin to know the plans. You align yourself with the Spirit, because you've communed with the Father by what? Prayer. So he will order your steps and direct your path, which will align you with your purpose. So what? You will fall into the place of favor. So you will begin to understand or begin to realize that the same place that you've been a couple of times, or the same thing that you've tried a number of times that did not work, but because you went to the place of prayer and reflection, and now peace, wisdom, and favor has come. Now that same place you went that you were rejected, you become what? Accepted. That place that you got to that did not know how to do, you will see that because you've prayed, you now know what to do. And then what? You overcome your challenges. And then you overcome what? Your fears. And then you enter into the place of what? Acceptance, abundance. Because that same place you went that you were rejected, because you had not prayed, because you had not gone to the Father to depend on him. When you pray and reflect and give thanks to God and practice the power of gratitude and cultivate the attitude of gratitude and embrace your trials and the purpose of trial and depend on God. When you come to the place of prayer, it's for you to practice gratitude by giving thanks, adoration, confessing. I taught you how to pray. I told you it's called what? Tacos. Thanksgiving, adoration, confession, others, and then self. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Let thy kingdom come. You see, I was telling you about Manuel. So there is nothing you need in this life that you must even go to human. It is okay to go to the Bible and ask the Bible. But when you go to the Bible and you don't understand, he has what? Blessed prophets and apostles and reverends, who he has poured his spirit upon them with wisdom, who can interpret dreams. I told you that when you go to the place of prayer, you gain what? Acceptance. After favor. So after favor, God gives you strength. So when you go to prayer and you pray to your God, when you read 1 Peter 5:7, it reminds us that what? Cast all your anxiety on him. He cares for you. Cast all your anxiety for him. He cares for you. I told you about the manufacturer and you being the product and you coming with a manual. And the manual in 1 Peter 5:7 says what? Cast all your anxiety on him because what? He cares for you. And there is another verse that I love. It says what? I made you. I will care for you. I will provide for you. I will supply all your needs. And I will walk with you till you are gray. So it means that from the day of birth to your final breath, God is going to what? Walk with you, take care of you, be there for you, rescue you, protect you, strengthen you, and favor you, and give you strength, and make you great. For he says, I give one power to acquire wealth. Is it wealth you are looking for? Is it knowledge you are seeking? Is it power that you are seeking? He says that what? He gives one power. So when you pray or you go to the place of prayer and reflection by practicing the power of gratitude with prayer, thanksgiving and supplication, and you let your request be known to him, he grants you what you are seeking. So you see the place you've got into. Is it a book you are writing? Is it a song you are writing? Is it a tech app you are building? What are you doing? What place have you got into? What level have you got into that you feel stuck and don't know how to move? Are you seeking fulfillment? Are you seeking to strengthen your walk with God? What are you seeking? What are you looking for? Where have you got into? Do you need motivation? Do you need inspiration? I'm telling you, go on your knees and pray to your Father who art in heaven and ask him and seek him and find him. And David said, I sought the Lord. Psalm 34 verse 4. And the Lord what? Answered me and delivered me from all my fears. I sought the Lord and he delivered me. No, he answered me. He did not only answer, he said what? He delivered me from all my fears. Okay, he did not say he paid my fees and left my rent. He provided this in the morning and left the afternoon. All will be taken care of by what? Practicing the power of gratitude. Following the strategy from episode 1 to episode 5. The last thing is what? The place of prayer in trials is for you to pray. Because when you pray and cast all your anxiety, he said, at the end that are heavy loaded, come to me. So when you come to him, he gives you rest. Rest is peace. The peace he promised you by what? Being anxious for nothing. But with thanksgiving and supplication, let your requests be known. And I will give you what? Rest, peace, joy, fulfillment. Supply all your needs according to your the glorious riches. So God will provide everything if you go to him in what? In prayer in times of what? Trials. So I encourage you to take some time this week to reflect on your trials. What challenges you are currently facing and how what? Prayer can play a strong role by what? Helping you to overcome your what? Your fears by practicing the power of gratitude. Remember that you are on Great Up, where great meets grace with Jason. Subscribe, comment, like, and put up your stories down there and let others be transformed and inspired and empowered. You see, so I encourage you to remember to pray. And when you go to God to pray, let me tell you a secret. You see, our fellow Muslims, we are children of God and he is our Father. Religion is killing us. Let's learn. Because even the Bible says that the people of this world are wiser than his people. So if people pray, before they go to prayer, they wash themselves and put in that diligence before they go to their God. As a child of God, what do? Adapt it. When you are going to God, don't go to God with your dirty self. Wash yourself, for cleanliness is next to what? So it is important that when you are going to pray, don't just go and pray. Find a nice place. Make sure that the environment of the prayer is what needs, because God is spirit. See, sometimes Moses had to go all the way to the mountain, quiet place, peaceful place, clean place, so that he can communicate with God. It means that you must have a secret place, and that secret place must be well kept. So before you go to your Father, you wash yourself, and then you go with what? Diligence, with manner, with respect, with honor, with worship. So you clean, you wash, and then when you go to God in what? Humbleness. Bring down your pride. For God will lift the humble, but will bring down the pride. So kill the pride and stay humble. And go to him in what? Humbleness. By cleaning yourself and cleaning the place you worship. Find some nice clothes and wear. That shows respect and diligence to God. Before you go to God, don't just go to God anyhow. And go to God in truth and in spirit. And be honest. Don't say unnecessary things. Follow the prayer pattern. Tacos, thanksgiving, adoration, confession. Pray for others. Then you come to yourself. By following what? Our Father, who art in heaven. Pray to your Father, who is in what? Heaven. Put your hope in the man in what? Heaven. Faith, trust, and practice the power of gratitude. As a spirit person having a human experience, it is important to practice spiritual things. And some of the spiritual things is what? Practicing the power of gratitude. It shifts your focus from scarcity to what? Abundance. From nothing to something. From empty to what? Plenty. And from last to first. So it's important to practice gratitude and then what? Prayer. Follow all the strategies by going according to from episode 1 to episode 5, so that you can catch the revelation. And after you catch the revelation, remember that without application, you will not see results. So if you want to see results, go ahead and follow them and pray. And now the last but not the least, what? Apply it. Application. So wherever you go to, that you feel you want to give up, don't give up. Go again and go and try again. By practicing the power of what? Gratitude, and being grateful for what you have already been given, so that more and abundance can be given. So remember, every trial can be a stepping stone to a greater strength and a deeper faith. And embrace trials, for they are not barriers, they are opportunities for upliftment, growth, and fulfillment. So as we conclude on this episode, let me leave you with a powerful motivational word that says what? It says, in the midst of your trials, remember that challenges is an opportunity to deepen faith and discover the strength you need or you never knew you had. By what? Practicing the power of gratitude. So beloved, as I'm about to end this episode, I want to pray for you. I want you to put your hands on your chest and close your eyes and look down within yourself and say that, Lord, forgive me for trying it my own way. Say that, Lord, I am tired for doing it my own way, for putting my trust in men, for they have failed me. And rather what? Say, gracious God, thank you for being my source of strength in these trials. Say what? Lord, help me to embrace my challenges as opportunities for growth. Say, Lord, may you turn me into the what? Great person that you made me to be. By your support and guidance, grace me with abundance and uphold me with your right hand. And help me, Lord, in all things. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. So thank you for joining me on Great Up, where grit meets grace with Jason. Finding strength in trials, let's choose to embrace our challenges. And trust in God's strength and navigate from scarcity to abundance by following the strategies of the power of gratitude, and practicing the power of gratitude. Practice it, pray, and depend on God. Beloved, be inspired and go after your dreams and your purpose. And I pray that you come out victorious and glorious. Be blessed. Until next time. Great Up, where great meets grace with Jason. See you soon. À bientôt. Au revoir.